right, hey everyone, welcome back to Be a Warrior podcast. I'm Angie, and I am an above knee amputee. I have been for 5.5 years. It'll be 6 years in December, and I am here today. We're going to talk a little bit about what the journey is, and quite frankly, I know a lot of you are going through a lot of issues right now, and so I thought I would address that because a lot of people believe that when they see an amputee that is walking around in their prosthesis and doing things in life, getting in the grocery store and doing stuff, that everything's good, that the hard part is over, that we went through the surgery and we mentally got ourselves braced for that and are now outliving life and life goes on. And unfortunately, there's a thing called phantom pain, and it is real. It is now being recognized as real pain, whereas years ago, it wasn't recognized as a real pain, that it was all a state of mind. And what we are starting to see now is how bad a toll phantom pain can take on people. Number one, it happens whenever, wherever, and without warning. Someone that's been an amputee for 20 years and really been only with phantom sensations and never serious pain can all of a sudden be stricken by it. Some people get it weekly. Some people get it like arthritis when the storms come and the weather becomes bad. Some people really feel it in cold. It's just, everybody's a little different. I never feel it with storms. Granted, I live in the desert, but we are in monsoon season. We've had some doozies come up, and I have not noticed any correlation with storms for me and phantom pain. What I do get is phantom pains from pinched nerves in my back. When I do something stupid or sit crazy or do something in my gym workout that tweaks my back muscle where I pinch a nerve, it gives me screaming phantom pains, and those can last anywhere from a day to 5 days. The worst has been probably 5 days. Now, the pain itself sucks. The pain itself can be very debilitating, and it can pulsate, I guess is the word to use. It kind of pulsates, it radiates, and then sometimes it just shocks you, like you're being shocked by electrical waves. And then it can also come and go with different steps. And when I say different steps, I mean like walking in my prosthetic. I can be out and about walking around, and then wham, that step into it, the way I hit my nerve, hits that nerve, and it just shoots through me. A pain like no other. And it's very hard not to yelp when you're out in public and that happens. But that is just part of it. And unfortunately, with phantom pain, we are kind of a slave to it, right? We don't know when it's going to come. We don't know what it can do to us. And I'll tell you what, when I have gotten really bad episodes, it has taken away my ability to sleep, to sit, to move, to stand, you name it. And it has literally made it so I don't know what to do with myself. And the last episode, really bad episode I had was a couple months ago. And I remember by day 2, no, it was still within the first day, it was literally driving me mad to the point of me walking up and down my hallway outside my room here in tears because I didn't know what else to do with myself. And I would just pace back and forth because I couldn't stand still. I couldn't sit down. I couldn't lay down. I couldn't sleep. Nothing. And I'm usually the person that forces my way through it. I did not take my leg off. I have tried that and it didn't help. So I don't take my leg off very often. And so, when we deal with that, it's a real pain, and it's a real issue that we all deal with. Now, the idea of this episode wasn't really to address phantom pain as much as the reality of being an amputee. And I wanted to let my friends and acquaintances know that I see you. My road has been, I would say, a pretty blessed road, considering I had to elect to take my leg off or live with a horrible limb that had no range of motion because my knee was completely solid with scar tissue, or go through being put under and waking up with my leg gone. And that's a terrifying reality, especially when I made the choice. Some people say, yeah, but at least you made the choice. Yes, true. But I had 4 months to weigh in mentally on that before I actually had the surgery. From the moment I booked it to the moment I had it, it was 4 months before they got me in. And that 4 months was defining for me. Then, once I got through all that and I was mentally prepared for it, and then I went through it and I came out the other side ready to tackle the world. A year after healing and everything and really achieving all my goals that first year that I wanted to hit, I got a huge neuroma in my hamstring, and then I had TMR surgery, which meant being out of my socket again after I'd finally gotten kind of used to walking and trying to run in my running blade. And I had the TMR surgery, which, again, that was a choice, but I knew that I wasn't living my life that I wanted. I was feeling debilitated, that every time I'd even just go for a walk, that by 1 mile, I was in so much pain I had to just grin and bear it. And that was a horrible pain because it was so sharp, that I had to make the decision again to take several steps back, to do the right thing so that I could heal and move forward again. Now, to all my friends and acquaintances out there that are dealing with infections, bone spurs, neuromas, revisions, I hear you, I see you, and I'm so sorry you're going through it. This is the time where, yes, you want to be very present. We always talk about being in the moment, right? Living in the moment is where you need to be, because we're not given tomorrow as a guarantee. But that doesn't mean we can't dream and we can't set goals for the future. But this is the moment to take time for yourself and to breathe through what impossible task you're going through right now physically, just so you can see what's to come. That this is not a derailment, it's just a quick setback. In the scheme of life, if you think about it, and that's what I had to convince myself, that if all things were to go well with my TMR surgery, that I would have to be out of my leg for 4 weeks. And at that moment, 4 weeks was an eternity. I get that. But now that I'm looking back, and that was almost 4 years ago, I realized that 4 weeks versus 4 years of wonderful, yes, I still have phantom pains. Let's not get carried away. It's not perfect, and it's not like normal, quote unquote normal. I still have a prosthesis on, and I still have to walk, and I still have to deal with swelling, and I still have to deal with losing the volume in my leg and sweating and everything else that accompanies it. But that pain that I had is gone. I spent 4 weeks reflecting, and that's what I really did. Actually, if you go to my YouTube channel, or if you're watching on my YouTube channel, you'll see a couple longer videos that I put together because I was so bored. One video was how much I missed my leg, and I made a kind of a comedy out of it. And I had my kids helping me, my sons were helping me take some some photos of me that I was hashing together to make this video. And then when I finally healed and was able to put my leg back on, I created a video on reuniting with my friend, my leg. So if you need a little humor to get through it, use it, because humor is such good medicine. Making light of the moments that are hardest relieve the stress and the tension that we feel. Now, the other thing that I do, and something that I'm getting off the ground right now, is equine therapy. And if you are lucky enough to be in an area that have horses, and you can find someone who actually will allow you to be around them, just being present amongst those huge animals that are beautiful creatures and very intuitive, will surprise you on what healing, internal healing they can give you. If you live near me, be watching for sign-up sheets soon. I'm going to have a website up where you can actually sign up for an hour session with me, where we can get with my horse and the other horses that I'm working with right now. We have 3 that I think we could use. And you would be very surprised on the beauty you find within yourself and the reprieve of the stressors that you get just by being near horses. So I'm excited for that part of my journey. Again, the idea of wanting to give back to the world, because I feel very blessed with the journey I've had, and it has had its bumps and I've gotten my bruises from it, but it is a mindset. And we've talked about this a million times over, you guys. You might be feeling completely set back and you might feel very defeated right now. And I get you. I understand that fully and wholeheartedly. And I'm praying for you. But just know this is just a moment in time. And it is a moment for you to define yourself. This can be a quick setback in your mind to give you the thrust to push forward, or it could be your demise. And it is really your choice. No matter the outcome of your surgery, your vision, your bone spurs, your whatever you're going through, whatever the setback is, your mindset will dictate the outcome. If you can realize that this is just a quick setback for the betterment of your future, okay? And not just a quick Band-Aid, then you will find hope. You'll find a little bit of joy and excitement for the future, anticipation, which is a beautiful thing. Anticipating wonderful things in our life. I always think of Christmas time, like when we anticipate Christmas, the excitement that builds. Well, that's the same thing. When you are looking for a season to come, a season of healing, you will find the magic in that. And when anything is possible, everything is possible. But it is your mindset that will dictate that overall. So when you are dealing with this, and I know it's hard, and you're going to see all these people on social media that are just killing it, right? Paralympics are going to be starting here soon, and you're going to see these para athletes that are just kicking butt and just doing amazing things, and you're going to hold yourself to that standard, or even wishing you were a fraction of that. Just remember that they have their struggles too, that they are pushing through stuff. I was at the gym today. Today was a leg day, and I was pushing through some severe nerve pain at the bottom of my limb inside my socket whenever I push into my socket hard. So if I added more weight to the dumbbell or the barbell, and pushed through a squat, there were times I'd hit a nerve, and it was everything I could do to keep pushing up and get myself out of the squat. So what I want you to take from this is the journey is hard. It will mold you. It will define you. You have a moment here in history, of your history and your family's history, to define who you are and what you're capable of. And anything that looks amazing that other people are doing, understand that their journey is different than yours, and they had their struggles. They've had their demons, they've had their downfalls, they've had their setbacks, they've had all of that. But what makes a successful person successful is how hard they push through. When they know what to do is the right thing to do, they know when to rest, they know when to fight, they know when to rise up, and they know how to speak positively to themselves in the midst of pain and trials. This is where you need to find yourself, your true self. If you really, really want something, You've got to be willing to fight for it. And sometimes that fight is an internal battle where you need to quiet your mind and quiet your negativity. And sometimes it's an external battle. And in those moments, sometimes you have to sit and be still and wait for healing to happen. And that's all right. We all have to heal, whether it's an internal healing or a physical healing, we all have to go through healing. When I had about a week ago, I had some 2 days of zinging pains through my residual limb. I'm the person that will put my leg on and continue on my path, because if I don't keep moving forward, I start to get a little bit crazy inside and I don't really think clearly, and then I can get really upset with myself. And yet I also know, and I have given myself the grace to understand that there are days it's okay to do a little bit around the house, realize that I need a break, and I sit and I watch my favorite show that makes me happy. And it's okay, because I'm a type A person. I am a go, 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 all the time go until I sit and I crash for the night. But I have started to realize that at my age and my circumstances, that when I've pushed hard the day before, that maybe the next day it's okay not to go to the gym, go to the horses, and then go grocery shopping, come home and clean up the house and yada, 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 right? I mean, that's my normal day. If you wanted to know, my normal day is clean up the house, head out to the gym, go to the horses, get some errands run, come home, and then pick up and get ready for dinner. And there is not a lot of chance for breaks. I very rarely sit and have lunch. I will usually stand and eat something quick in my kitchen, a protein bar, a protein shake, a quick small salad, whatever it is. And then I'm on my way, because there's no rest for the weary, right? So, takeaway from today: know that you are not alone. Do not compare yourself to anybody that's on the internet, and especially right now when you see the para-athletes kicking butt in Paris. Keep in mind that they have gone through their trials and their tribulations. They have fought hard for the position they're in. Give them mad respect and love, because we are finally getting a platform on TV that shows what we are capable of. But understand that what you're capable of in your journey is different than everybody else's. And you are farther ahead than some people. Even if you feel like you've been totally set back, you are doing well. Number one, you're listening to my podcast, so that means you're trying to do something good for yourself. Number two, you are managing pain, you are managing an adaptive lifestyle, and you are setting goals for yourself. And that is huge. You have not rolled over to die. You have decided to take on the challenge to live a better life. And your life and my life are different. I have certain goals that I'm trying to hit, and there are days when I can, and there are days when I just can't. And you know what I've realized? It's okay. I've realized, and I still struggle with this, but after I think it through, the mental game is getting stronger. It's taken me 50 some years to figure this out, but some days my body just doesn't want to do anything else. And it's okay, because you know what? I'm not going to be perfect every day. And I'm not going to get the body I want because I do or don't miss one workout here or there. So I give myself a little bit more grace than I used to. And I'm happy with that, because it has salvaged my mental game a little bit. And it has allowed me to find joy and peace in creating the life that my body needs in the moment. And we have to learn to listen to our bodies. We have to learn to listen to what we can push ourselves through, and when our body physically needs to take a break. For me, it's never about the pain that makes me want to take a break. Sometimes it's because I've just worked so hard and I just can't do anymore. So I want you to know that your call to action this week is to just be okay with where you're at in your journey, and find some peace in the breathing and the relaxation in this moment, because it will pass. Like the good moments pass, the bad moments pass as well. Give yourself that grace, Find joy in the waiting, find anticipation exciting, set some new goals, and start living towards the new dream. And you know what? You are going to find that you're going to go so much further when you let yourself have these moments, because it will pass and it'll be gone in a blink of an eye. Before you know it, you'll be up and moving around again and probably finding out you have phantom pains again. So just stick with the moment and do what you can with what you were given. Remember, as always, I am here. I'm always praying for you all. Thank you for being here. Thank you for supporting my podcast and being a part of it. Reach out to me, say hi, and as always, be healthy, be happy, be you.